Thank you very much.
You seem a long way away there, Deputy.
Count Corlin, very far away, but I'm still here anyway. First of all, I want to congratulate Minister English in his new post, and I wish him well. I had a lot of interaction with him when he was in housing, so I hope we'll continue positively on behalf of the people that we're representing. I suppose, first of all, Count Corlin, I have to declare that I am a publican, a small publican in a small rural village. And I suppose publicans right around the county of Kerry and indeed the countrywide are very concerned about comments made by the new Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, wondering if pubs were going to be allowed to open even on the 20th of July. So in that vein, Count Corlin, I want to ask the Minister here, what difference is in somebody having a meal and can have a pint in a restaurant, and someone that comes after having his meal and can only afford the price of 2 or 3 pints and can't get in anywhere for a pint? That doesn't make sense to me. That pubs should be open now the very same as restaurants come pubs, because they're regulated. They have been regulated the last, and they always have been regulated, and they have over the years provided a massive service for communities, and especially rural communities. But now sadly they're closed, and it's in doubt whether they will open or not. So I'm asking, what difference is it to have the meal in the pub or to have it before you come to the pub? It shouldn't be any difference. And it only makes sense. We see that there was crowds in Dublin, or where there's a lot of restaurants in urban areas, where there was crowds and they were queuing up to get in. So we know when only half the places are open, that more people will go to the places that are open when they can't go to the places that are closed. So please make sense with what you're doing. What you're doing doesn't help the coronavirus one iota. Excuse me. I want to talk about the VAT rate for hotels and the tourism industry. They have been calling for a reduction for many weeks and months now. And the former Minister Griffin has said that there should be no problem in reducing it down, but he didn't do it. And I have to remind him that he was the person involved, he was the minister involved that raised it from 9 to 13.5. And I'm calling for it to be reduced down to 5 now at least, to help these people who are on their knees. Bus operators, drivers, taxi drivers and taxi owners, they're on their knees, Minister, and we need to give them help. And if some of them are afraid to go off the payment, 350 payment, because if they try and fail, and it's very doubtful whether they'll succeed or not, they can get back on the payment in. Something needs to be done for the people who will try. The temporary wage subsidy, I'm asking to extend that to include people that weren't working, seasonal workers who weren't working in January or February. Farmers, and I have to mention our new minister, Barry Cowan, and I feel his case should be closed now, because he paid the price, he paid the penalty, he has said he is sorry. What I'm more interested in now is what he will do as Minister for Agriculture, and how he will deal with all the issues. And there is one issue that we must deal with, and that is the fair deal scheme for farmers, because it is not fair now, and even with the bill that's proposed, that's not adequate enough. And I'm asking Minister Cowan to ensure that the value of the farm is disregarded and only apply to the residential house on the land, as is the case for everyone else around the country. the value of the farm should be disregarded. How could a young fella that would, we'll say, value his farm be valued even at just 400,000? If he is going to have to pay the 3-year cap on the farm, it could amount to €80,000 and 400,000. I'm sorry.